Hello, 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 my darlings. Did you have a great weekend? I did. When you're 65 and older, there is no reason for you not to have a fabulous weekend. Georgianne, why do you say that? Well, one thing. What did you do this weekend? I had a great weekend because I did what I wanted to do. How long have you waited to do exactly what you want to do? Come on, 65. Okay, let's talk about these glasses. Now, they're not the yellow that I would like, but it's a good close. I think they look kind of nice. I want to thank Bridget Chapman for sending them to me from Chicago, my quasi homegirl. I think they're cute. Mm-hmm. Because, oh girl, we just can't do that anymore. I don't think, they serve their purpose though. This will always be the trademark. I might just do this. I think I have a picture of these together somewhere. But she served me well. Yes, she did. And so I'm not throwing her away. She got me started. These were going to the museum. Speaking of, I have a site called museumatlanta.com. Oh, yes, I do. Georgianne Thomas. I have 7 sites. 7. I can thank Beverly Maddox. Hey, Beverly. Spelman College, class of 1984, who has helped me with my site. She's just a genius. I mean, just a genius. How you go to school to be an epidemiologist and do all that and then be a webmaster too? Just brilliant. Anyway, you notice what I have on today? I like it. 65. Here's an example of a dress I was looking for because I remember I had it. I'm like, where's that dress? Well, it didn't come with the sweater. It's sleeveless. But I bought it anyway because it was just hanging up looking all ugly. I guess I bought it about 3 or 4 years ago. I've never seen anything like it. It's just a sweater dress. Isn't that pretty? Anyway, it doesn't have any brand name. I know some of y'all got to have a brand name. This is like dress. And then I had this from the thrift store. This is my thrift store sweater, I think. Or Dee gave it to me. Or somebody gave it to me. Anyway, I didn't buy it. Or I bought it at the thrift store. And this is my thrift store pen. All this is thrift store. Thrift. Beautiful. But these are Karen's earrings. 65, listen. I hope you had a good weekend and you learned something. For this series called A Slice of Life, I refer often to this book, Super Aging. And the reason why I like this book, don't know these people, they're not paying me any money, I'm not a spokesperson, but I like the title. And I found this book on GMA3. I think one of them was on GMA3. Super Aging. And what I like is the subtitle for what we're doing, 65. We're getting older without getting old. Yes, we are. And let me tell you what makes it so much fun for me to do this. Besides the fact that I love you. And I love my people in London. Hey. My friend Bill, he likes to send me articles out of the New York Times. Did you all see me in the New York Times? Oh my goodness. You need to go to my Facebook page and look for the New York Times article. Or you can watch me on High on the Hall, Season 2. Yes, High on the Hall on Netflix. Do you have Netflix? Put a comment down there. Please put a comment, somebody. And could you also like it? Could you share it? Can I get some subscribers? I know y'all know at least 3 people that can subscribe. At least 3. Just call them up and say subscribe. And then tell those 3. Oh my God. Anyway, my friend Bill sends me New York Times articles. I did say Netflix in the... Okay, go to Netflix. High on the Hog is the name of the series. Season 2, Episode 3. Good number. Episode 3. You'll see GT. Anyway, he gave me this. This is the best time for something big. It's really talking about Alvin Ailey. and heard this one young woman's production that's going to come out. But what I like about the title is this is the best time for something big. Now, you stop and think about that, 65. You stop and think about that. This is the best time for something big for you. It is. Why do you say that, Georgianne? Well, like today, I got my grades done, by the way. Ooh, hallelujah, the grades are all done. But anyway, that same feeling. It's that same feeling. I got my grades done. You see how excited I am? My eyes are probably all wide. I got a big old smile on my face. You know, that all of that exhilaration because I got the grades done, it's the same way you have retired. You should be feeling like this every day. It is time for something big. And what have we been talking about? Well, first I had you find out who you were, of who you are. I'm sorry. Who are you? Who are you really? If someone was to say, who are you? How would you answer that? How would you answer that? That's a good question for you to constantly deal on, because the you are changes. It changes. There was another you are when you first got that job. There was another you are when you first got married, fell in love, had a baby, had sex, whatever them first. Oh, that was another you are. And then as you come through life, it's a journey to today. Then who are you today? And then as you come up with that who you are, then that may change as we go forward in the future. So first, let's find out who we are right now. And then we want to ask ourselves, if you know yourself very well, or if you know who you are, do you know yourself? Do you know what, if you know something is going to not make you feel good, feel well, that's correct, and with the correct answer, why would you insert yourself in it? 65, at this point, you're 65 years old plus. Why are you fooling with people that you know don't like you, or you know have done things to you? Why would you put yourself in a situation with people that have backstabbed you and done things to you? Why would you call them people? Why would you interface with those people? 65. It's time for something big to happen. Oh, how's it go? This is the best time for something big. I probably need to put it right here where I can see it. This is the best time for something big. And so you gotta remember who you are, know who you are, and then when you know all that, you put yourself in situations that's good for you. You don't need to call people when they call. Be polite. By all means, be polite, because you know God don't like ugly. And He'll take it. Let God fight your battles. When they have backstabbed you, you just take the knife out, wipe it off, get you some healing medicine, put it on that stab in your back, put you a Band-Aid on that thing, put you make sure you get a ritual for cleansing it, and then after a while that will heal. And that scab will be there as a reminder, but you don't have to go back and visit it. Don't go back and visit anybody who's treated you badly. You forgive them, because that's what God will want you to do. You must forgive your enemies. You have to say, God, I forgive, and list those crazy folks' names. I shouldn't say that. List their names. And then you go on, because you have things to do. This is the best time for something big. So I've asked you to meet yourself. I asked you to date yourself. I date Georgianne. Now, if I had a date after I finished my grades, I was like, whoa. I looked around. I was like, whoa. I wish somebody was here so I could just hug them. So you know what I did? I hugged Georgianne. I said, Georgianne, girl, you know how old you are? You know how long you've been doing this thing? You know how well you know the computer? Think about that. You got grades in. You know how you helped somebody's child along the way. You've taught something good to somebody. You've imparted some knowledge. I hugged Georgianne. I sure did. I said, girl, come on. That's why I got this on. Now let me give you something. 65, the women will get this. The men, I know you don't get it. But I decided that this looked good on me. And then I remembered that it did look good on me. Because I went and looked in the mirror. I'm trying to see, can this still close? Oh, it can still close. Okay. But, it didn't, the dress used to just fall down, ladies. You put it on and just fall down. That's how a dress supposed to fit. I pulled it. Okay. I pulled it down. Now I probably look pretty good in it, depending on who's looking. But for me, I don't like my clothes to fit me like that. But if I were to go somewhere, I'm probably well accepted. You know what I'm saying, ladies? I'm not doing that. Anyway, so just hugging on myself and trying to get these clothes together and remembering, and I still want a Sammy cake. Shame on me. I'm talking to you about this. Let me go to something else. I think I talked about also, what is your reality? Now, you got to be realistic. Like, my leg hurts. My feet hurt. Walking is painful. 2 Tylenol every so many hours. High heels are out. I need a soft bottom shoe. That's reality. Standing long is not an option. When I used to stand at Delta Airlines, we stood. But I was in my 40s then, my 30s, you could stand all day. You can stand till Jesus come back. Now standing is not an option. Or I'll stand, but that's reality. The reality is he gave me 2 teeth and one fell up right back out. That's reality. What's your reality? Don't hide. At 65, what's your reality? You look around and you say, dang, I have made it. I have retired. Then you look around, take an assessment of what your reality is. At 65, I guess you can start taking Uber, but you can keep driving. I think I'm at the Uber age. No, it's no think. I am at the Uber age after dark. Uber me. Send an Uber for me, baby, because that's the only way I get there. Better still, I'm not trying to go see nobody else. They need to be coming to see me. Anyway, so you dated yourself. What else? Reality. Had a reminder to meet yourself. This is the best time for something big. And what else I have up here? Look around. I got that. Oh. I think we talked about this. Not needing validation. You don't have a manager. You're your own manager. You know how you have to go in and have your yearly discussion about your work progress and experience with somebody who gets up and put their clothes on just like you. Okay. And they got the paper and the pen and the power. Paper, pen, and power. Ooh, there I go again. I'm about to be Jesse Jackson in a minute. Rhythm and rhyme. Paper, pen, power. Well, those paper, pen, power people are out of your life. They're out of your life. I think I'm going to write it down on my arm. See, here's the reality. This arm has been hurting all day. But, I think somebody told me when the weather changes, something happens. I should know that. When the weather changes, stuff just start aching. It's just the way it is. Why do you think they got a whole counter in the drugstore for rubbing alcohol, rubbing elements, ointments, why do you think they got all that? We are here for another 10 years. I gave y'all 10 because you ought to understand 20. Oh, it hurts. Shake it off. But anyway, so we're talking about the paper, pen, and power. You don't have anybody that you got to check in with. Nobody needs to tell you how you doing now. Tell yourself how you doing. How you doing, Georgianne? I'm doing fine. How are you? How you doing? What's going on in your life? How's it doing? How are your projects? Oh, you don't have any projects. That's the problem. You haven't given yourself anything to do. You want to sit around and watch TV. You need to do something else. I told you, all that knowledge you got up here needs to be shared with somebody. So write it down. Write down how to be a manager. You used to be a manager? How to be a manager. What's the first thing that you learned being a manager? Okay, you used to be the president of something, then start another company where it's just you yourself, and you. Okay? Me, myself, and I. That's my company. Of course, I have friends. I have extensions, because you need help. I wouldn't be able to do anything without Evelyn and Beverly. Beverly got that, all that other stuff. And L. Cornell Pearson comes and helps me. And of course, everybody knows, I know Sean Walker. And I got Wanda Spivey over here on the other side. I mean, there are people in my life, Bill Keenan, that contribute to. But they don't, none of them in the bed with me. Georgianne had to get up on Georgianne. I got the Lord on my side, so I got to get up and get going. I got a number of good people. If I didn't call your name, that doesn't mean you're not a good person with me. But I'm just saying right here to get all this going. All this right here. All right. All this right here. In this space that my brother provided for me, that I'm speaking from. Y'all know my keyboard is right here. I put on my Facebook page from TikTok. It's a little boy about 4 or 5 years old. They're just playing his butt off. I'm just so mad with him. I'm proud of him, but come on, why I can't do that? I do. Okay, let's stop. So, do you need validation? No. The manager's gone. The paperwork is gone. Tell yourself, I am doing great. This is hot. Did I tell you it's hot? Whew. This one is hot. Maybe it's hot in here. Anyway, you can say, I'm doing great. My voice is enough. Why do you need another voice? Well, sometimes you need a voice. Like I like to have a voice right here that say, oh, baby, you look good today. It's not a bad voice to have. But if you don't have that voice, oh, baby, you look good today, then you say, oh, Georgianne, girl, I like what you got on today. I mean, it doesn't take the place of that voice, but it does say the brain accepts it. And then you start feeling good. And then what else? If your voice is not enough, then you need to go find out why. You should be enough for you. Who gets in the casket with you? As soon as you tell me who gets in the casket with you, then we can add all these people to your life needs, wants, desires, and necessities. Otherwise, there's nobody getting in the casket with you but you. And if you're the only one in there, then you're the only one can make a determination about your 65 plus life. You're the only one. Now, I'm not going to say you can't call people. Like I might call somebody and say, well, ABC. Then I might think about it and I may not. I got good friends. I got Coco out there. I got Bridget out there. I can ask them. I got Sean out there. Not Sean Walker, my other Sean. Hey, Sora. I got people. Lots of people I can call my brother, my sister, my sister-in-law. But guess what? Ultimately, it stops with me. That's where the buck stops. 65, listen to me. This is your reality. You have 10 more years. I've been on here since September talking about my life. You can go back and look at this life. I haven't told everything now. I still got a couple things that I haven't told, that I will. But right now, I switched over to trying to help people get to where I am. And I'm not saying where I am is the best of all things, but it's an independence. It's a great feeling of independence. I had a woman speak to me at Clark Atlanta. she was reprimanding me. And just the way she couldn't hear herself. But she was so snarly. And I didn't think she needed to be. And she probably didn't mean to be. But I wanted to say to you, in reality, when you get this kind of freedom and people talk to you like that, you dismiss all that. You just dismiss it and say, you know what? Somebody said, you let her talk to you like that? I said, mm-hmm. Because I'm a woman of a certain age. She got to get to my age. She got to get to me. She going to learn some life. Life with tops. When you get this age, you can let people say anything they want. You know I'm struggling with the sweater. Too much of something. Go across here. Anyway, you kind of let people say what they want to say sometimes. As long as they don't cross the line. One person crossed the line with me, a very good friend. I liked him. He crossed the line. He kept on talking about people who like this person. I'll be frank about it. He said people who like Joe Biden. He listed how stupid, ignorant, something else those people were. Knowing that I supported Joe Biden. And so you're saying to me that I'm stupid. You kept saying all the things, and then you said I was a spoiled brat. You called me a name. I've never called people a name. I don't call people names. And then you want to be friends with me. Really? I don't want to be friends with people who call me names. They dress it up on another sentence. That means they really wanted to call me that name. And they've been wanting to call me that name all this time. And so I learned, when people do that, just let them go. Just say, okay, I'll be all those names you want me to be, but I won't be with you. You go on with the people that you love. And I'm going to still go on, because who getting in that casket? He's not getting in there. Nobody I know out there is getting in the casket with me. And so I just need to do Georgianne. And you need to do whomever you are. 65. Listen to me. Stop it. Get right. Say, hey, I've been there, done that. I'm going to start me a new life. So here's the bulletin. I made a note. When will you be enough for you? I feel like Tony Gaskin now. I've said something. I love Tony Gaskin. I know y'all don't like him, but he got 500,000 followers. I like it. If you listen to him, he'll make you straighten up and do right. Some of the things he said on his broadcast have made me stop and think some of the things Georgianne has not done and not doing correctly. But the question still is, when will you be enough for you? When will you be enough for you? 65 plus, 75 plus, 80 plus. When in the heck will you be enough for you? You don't need validation out here. Go on places, wait for somebody to tell you how good you look, or how you this, or how you, what? What? I mean, it's nice to get adoration. Don't get me wrong. It's nice for somebody to say, ooh, or you're a special person. If you're looking for a special person, then that person will come to you. I wasn't looking. He was right in my face. Bam. I'm like, where you come from? You don't have to look for anybody. I'm still not looking. You say, where is he now? He's not the problem. I'm a woman of a certain age, and he's a man of a certain age. And I know I try to tell you all that's going to be all right. I struggle with it. And so how can you, my advice is not, I always tell y'all, don't do as I do as I say do. If you find somebody that you all click and it's good, then do it. But don't struggle with it, because you're just wasting a lot of time. And I've wasted a lot of time. But I have learned that I'm enough for me. That may be the problem. You know, I think it may be a wall. And then I listen to Tony Gaskin. I listen to Tony. Tony said, and he got a good point. He has a good point. This is the only person I think I would marry, and I don't need to marry anybody, but I would marry. I think that needs to be a marriage. It doesn't need to be all this out here. I think, I don't know. You got to think about that 65 and older. You know, the women, you got to think about that thing. It's something to think about. It's something to think about. So right now, I'm enough for me. How about that? How about you? How you doing? You enough for me. I got enough for y'all out there. You enough. You a handful. You know, and because you don't do anything I ask you to do. As they say, you don't do what I say. Back in the day, I said, I give you a spanking for that. I need for you to do some of the things I asked you to do. Don't do as I do now. Do as I say do. And your mama didn't. You know, your mama always said that. And I'm saying the same thing. Don't do as I do. Do as I say do. You know, I'm saying that it's enough for you to be enough for you, to have enough for you, to fix on you, to love on you, to meet you, write you, fix yourself up with you, share yourself with you, love you, hug you. You are enough for you. Find out, people, what is it? Stop it. Come on now. Date yourself, love yourself, and get some plans. I haven't got a plan yet. I need you to say, I have a plan. I have a plan. I have a plan. Where are the comments on I have a plan? Okay, I'm going to quit fussing. Here's the bulletin. Here's the bulletin. You made the rules. You are your own corporation. You know the United States is a corporation. Each one of us is an entity in the corporation. So you may as well make yourself a corporation, right? And make yourself an entity in the corporation. And make your own rules and regulations for your company, you. I love you. And you can't do anything about it.